here we go. On the CT side will be that of Big. This is the map choice of Team Spirit. An aggressive Keto already. Spots up Chopper. Damage done. If he made that kill, a lot of utility would have hit the deck. So that's a big opening frag to find from Chopper. They can slow down the pace here. Wait and see if there's any more CT aggression as Zantares is poking his head down middle. He's joined over that side of the map by Sirison, who also took a chunk of damage within the early stages. He's down to 19 points of health. Will tuck himself in towards the pit. Tizian and Tabson have a lot of utility right now. This nade might be perfectly timed here.
Ooh, real
Big
nice.
chunk.
Nice. That's going to do so well for them. Unconfirmed, of course, the phrase that we do love to say. And Tizian can then reinvest a smoke into this and buy time. Bear in mind, he's on his own. Beautiful play. Tizian looks so poised, doesn't he? Aware, now sees a lot more. Now has full information, still has a flash to put in if he feels further pressure, but he holds for a second, doesn't invest lightly into utilizing this. Another flash, there's the smokes, now it's the go point. Tizian gonna have to deal with this himself for a second. Tabson's on the way, and Tabson's nade's gonna help out. This is gorgeous stuff from Big so far. Two of the T side, the only two that made it through the blender. One by one being invited in by Tizian towards his house, but, well, Mir's not such a polite house guest at this point, and it is just down to Mir. 2 kills this round. Now let's look at what's remaining. Zantares, full HP, armored up. Sirison, a little lower, but can he do anything about getting that bomb back? 10 seconds. They're not going to make this easy. It's got to be clean for Mir. Spots out Zantares, 8 seconds now. The time highly favorable to the CT side. That's brilliant. Chase it down. Mir's got to find him. Doesn't do it. Out he goes. Almost saw Sirison. If only he knew how close he was, but you know, competitive little round, but no bomb plant.
Yeah, and Mir's one of those names within the pistol rounds that we've seen from the side of Team Spirit. Always seems to have a lot to say. Whether on the CT sides, he's getting pushed and flashed in aggressively to find those opening picks, or on the T side, on this map specifically, we've seen him with some big impact. Not able to convert here today, but as you mentioned, that utility usage from Big was great stuff. Round 2, we're getting it underway. Mir, just with the USP that he saved. Deagles for everybody else. USP, I'll be holding on to the USP and not getting any loss bonus for Mir is a questionable choice, but let's see how we tick forward. Very, very light utility. 4 MP9s on the other side of things. And this is a perfect round if they can walk away without too much damage, holding on to those SMGs. In the following round, round number 3, they will be able to farm up against the unarmored Glocks. Team Spirit flashed their way out middle. Sirison tucked in towards the trash position. We'll be dropping a smoke to just hold them at bay, wanting to force them into that quad side. Tabson tucked in towards the logs position. Keto jump spotting. We'll see Molotov falls. Will it flush them forward? It will. That's a freebie for Tabson, but now they know his position.
Smoke gets popped back down. Tabson now free to move. Takes minimal damage on the adjustment too, but Keto's actually joined him here and they've double stacked up. They're going to back away from this. No, he's having a little look over. Very proactive. Showing no signs of fear, it feels. And within the 40 seconds remaining, Spirit are going to be trying to find any margins they can to potentially get any of those deagles in the right place, do a bit of damage. But it looks like Big really are not allowing any potential threats to come through. Tabson, come on now. You don't need to show off. Mir, oh my word, Tabson. What are you doing? They're the ones with the deagles. Give them a chance. And now some die young. Gonna die very late in the round. Magics? What are these deagles?
He needs to die. Unless he can pick up one of these SMGs and get some kills at the next round, that means he's not going to get the loss bonus now. You can see the rest of his teammates got the 2400. He's only getting 950, and that was from the 3 kills he managed just there. But he will have a deagle and an MP9 to take on forward. So he can maybe drop the deagle. He's giving it to Mir. He's going to keep the MP9 for himself. Balance is invested in a deagle as well. There's a flashbang in the hands of Chopper. Maybe they can make some magic work here. Reinvestments coming through from Big. They weren't able to keep it clean in the fashion that I was touting in the early stages of round number 2. So that means we've seen some Famis's come out on the board. And 4 for Zantares. Early information as nade gets dropped from Sirison. A lick of damage onto Magix, who is taking it over to the close quarters of the boiler room. Will be jumping up into window silently off the head of SDY. So damage is the name of the game once again for Spirit. To see them win around here with 2 Glocks and only armor on Magic's is, well, not the most likely. With 950 left in the bank, he's going to get the 2,900 loss bonus going forward. So his first gun round might see him with a Galil. And just posturing him with the most deadly weapon on their side. Maybe a flash now from Chopper could come on into this arch position. There it is, over the top. Seriously caught on out. Magix gets one. He's done a lot there. I just bounced with the trade. This becomes interesting now.
Yeah, Xantares is still alive, but that's a good catch from Keto, but a damage on the way through and call to be made to Xantares. He now knows he's got a couple more players to worry about. 3 looking towards him now as I disbalance falls. Well controlled by Xantares. Eventually overwhelmed by Chopper. Rifle. Oh. Wait, he's just found a quick kill. That's everything we would have wanted, but now with 4 HP, he's got to find Keto clean. He knows where that nade came from. Oh, he's second guessing it, but creeping forward, he's got an idea, but the timing's everything. He's so cautious of the apartments, he couldn't see Keto.
Great damage, though.
Yeah, lovely work on that.
If we have to look at the amount of damage they're able to pull off in 2 consecutive rounds where it didn't feel likely, Magic's with a couple of freebies towards the tail end of round 2. Round 3 getting interesting off of those trades towards the arch side. Xantares doing his best to mop things up. The buy will come back on out. Tizian, the supportive element of this big squad, will be down to the MP9. Everybody else will have what they want. Xantares a little bit light on utility, but Sirison has that AWP. Now, in the past matchup that these guys played in the qualifier for Season 12, back in July, Sirison was very pokey and proddy on occasional rounds over towards that boiler room position, sometimes in halls. Such a potent AWP figure. And he's gone over towards Banana to drop his deep smoke and Molotov, which means for the rest of this round, he's basically going to be gun on. Those flashes be a bit more difficult to use for top mid control. So they've been able to cheat an extra man on over, and that will be Tabson playing in swing. Keto with all the pressure on him over towards Coffins, but it looks like it will be at least A for the mid stages of this round. We know Spirit can play the very slow defaulty style, break you down, grind you down. They've been doing that in 2 rounds consecutively here. If they can do it now that the guns are out, that's even better. Continue to keep this big economy under wraps, under thumb. As now, after the first 55 seconds has expired, they want to go for banana control. Note where the bomb is. Back over towards T-Stairs. iDisbalance is going to grab that now. As we start to get sub 50 seconds, they need to consider where they want to be hitting. They have enough utility to go for a basic B hit. Smokes towards Coffin, smoke towards CT, a Molotov towards the back of the site, but that's it. This is not the Spirit that you want to be seeing in the early stages.
No, this is...
not decisive.
Head scratcher. Yeah, exactly that. I think that's the perfect way to summarize this. Now, the one benefit is that Tabson is towards B for now. With the smokes coming in, once they get confirmation, I'm sure they'll come back through. But this is 23 seconds. They've barely seen the opponents. High flash through. Excuse me. Tizian, top of the box. Xantares trades back in. Tizian's still alive and being a nuisance. 10 seconds now. This is a very weird round.
The yikes from me, dog.
Yeah, I'm not loving it. 5 seconds now on the board. They're going to have to get some really quick kills.
Can't plant.
Yeah, no plan.
Well,
Rush, how does that make you feel?
A bit confused, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to lie there. I'm a bit... I thought they were just going to go B, and then that would have made a bit more sense in my head, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
Okay, 4 rounds on the board for Big now. Spirit saved 3 rifles. Keto was the only member to survive. And I'm talking about keeping that money under the thumb. We'll check out the bank balance on the side of things for Big. Keto can drop across a rifle. I hear a lot of typing.
Don't like that.
I don't love typing.
Don't.
Rush, should I be worried about the typing?
Only mildly worried. It's a normal thing that happens. It should be resolved pretty quickly, though. I'm pretty sure it's resolved already by the looks of it.
Okay, wonderful. So now that the problems are out of the way, the buy will come through, but it's cobbled together once more for Big. You can see Sirison hasn't even invested yet. Hello. There we go. So Scout, we've got 2 MP9s.
I don't like this round.
We've got the Famous. They're laid out of spawn. On the other side of things, well, with the loss bonus at max.
I don't think you can be late when someone's hitting a site at 20 seconds, mate.
That's true. You are right. They could have stayed in spawn a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah.
But make sure you buy. You know, don't...
Well, I don't understand this game so far. We've got the no-hit to the sudden...
in your face.
Yeah, run in, have a crack, and...
die to Keto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we all change our predictions?
Rush, can we do that, please?
I'll speak with graphics. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate that.
All right, well, let's see if this one gets interesting at all, because Spirit, even though it is a bit of a flat start,
It's just a weird start, I feel.
Yeah, it might get going. We know that they've had this slow approach, this slow pace. We've noted it before, especially on maps like Mirage. Maybe this was the game plan, see if they can go toe-to-toe with Big in some aim duels. The late-round decision-making does lead them. They are one of the most inexperienced teams at this level of Counter-Strike, if we're going to be completely honest with everybody. Lauren and I just liked what we saw throughout the group stage of EPL.
It's exciting when you see a team that you don't expect pull out a couple of looks that are quite exciting.
Yeah, and they had some players stepping up in a very big way. Magix has the bomb on his back here, trying to play behind the smoke. 30 seconds left now. And once again, I don't think Spirit know what they want to do. And this normally tells me that communication isn't fantastic. The in-game leaders maybe having a little bit of an off day to kick things off. So look at this, 20 seconds left. They're limping in. The utility now getting dumped on out. Keto's about to get taken down. So there's something to work with. But 15 seconds. Tizian from the pit. He gives up his life. Now it's all on Zentaros. He needs one kill. He's got one. Traded on out. The bomb can go down. The late round from Spirit, it's working.
2 seconds to spare. Bomb plant, Sirison now. No kit to hand, but there is one, I think, towards the site, so they can get it back. Chopper goes for the fight towards top middle. Would you expect a second? It looks like Sirison's on for it.
Oh.
Nice read from Sirison. Beautiful play coming back in on this. He could grab the kit if he wants. He doesn't even have to. Why does this game feel really weird to me, Chad? Has Monday really, changed my brain?
Look, I woke up yesterday. Actually, when I went to bed Sunday night,
Glad you woke up yesterday,
I was
Chad.
like, Monday's going to be a weird day. And it was. Then I woke up today and I'm like, Tuesday's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
And it started well.
Yeah.
But this is unraveling me a little bit. I think it's just the pace. I think it is just the pace of this, right? Because we're having what feels like dead parts of the round for about 50 seconds. That kicked off with some early action. Then it slowed right down. But if we want to talk about the money situation for Spirit, they're still doing a good job of keeping Big, with the leash around their neck, right? Look at this. It's once again MP9, UMP. They have the AWP, and the AWP's working, that's for sure. The plant that Spirit got in the previous round with the max loss bonus will allow them to purchase on through. But I-Disbalance going down with the very early stages of this round. This is looking like another one here where Big have a huge advantage. They know they can hold on to this utility until quite late rounds, just because of the approach that we've seen. But this is what we're talking about. It stalls out. And that is Inferno. That is the default.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even feel like Spirit are doing anything to take back too much territory. If we look at Mir's position right now, he's still flashing for lower banana control. Right? That is heard from the players top banana. That they heard a flash now go towards logs. They heard the spam all that way away. Top mid, they used the arch smoke. They've now postured at the top, but they're waiting with the number advantage. And Big are going to feel comfortable staying in the 3-2 split, knowing it is a 4v5.
No subtlety to some Young's work so far. Sirison on the other side. Flash smoke to follow. Nice molly back. German's incredibly efficient as ever with utility usage. A little bit of a re-aggress from Sirison. I quite like this. It's a bit more bold. And he's going to catch Mir by the heels. Ooh, a wide swing in, but he's got Tizian by his side, helping out as well. It's a shutdown. And I think we have seen this from Spirit before, where it looks discombobulated, where
Discombobulated, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Because as I said, we've seen it where it works and it doesn't seem to make sense. And it's I'd say one of the big things that made us excited for them was that they play a very unique style. But I guess this is what it looks like when it doesn't really work.
See, I don't remember their unique style looking anything like this. I remember their unique style looking like they'd get an opening and then it'd be real gritty and then they would slow down the pace and then the next round they'd be really fast. Mac 10's up banana.
I'm talking we run B every round.
Yeah,
I'm
something with a bit
talking
of sass about it.
weird Mirage T sides that every team seems to be worried about against them, but statistically there's no reason to be. It's like, there's a little dash of weird to Spirit that I liked, but it's just not here.
Notice how I'm laughing, right? What is with the anomaly right now? Rush, when was the last game? What was the last team you saw who had that many timeout rounds? I know you know the name.
Timeout rounds?
Yep, think about it.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. Don't make me give you a hint.
Yeah, give me a hint. Give me a hint.
They're from the CIS region.
Navi.
Oh, Tom had to tell you.
No, he genuinely didn't. Genuinely, that was my own brain.
Yeah, I'm sure it got
Mainly
there
because I couldn't think of another team.
It does give me weird flashbacks to Dust 2, and they're just sat there.
Yeah.
They're just sat there on Cat. I'm just like, please, I don't understand.
All right, well, maybe we can, rah, stick them in a jar, go big, put on our big hats. Berlin International Gaming. Great, nay, that's going to... A massive chunk to Magix there. He's taken down to 58 points of health. Tizian doing his Liaz cosplay. Or maybe Liaz was doing his Tizian cosplay. They play Halls in a very similar way there. Smoke towards the end of Halls, looking for the feet, slowing down the progression for the default. Now, we always talk about banana control, but this side of the map tends to get a little bit less love. Teams need to make sure that they can get Halls and Boiler as part of their default rounds. It looks like they're setting up for one of these A set pieces.
I like Tech9's being back.
Look at the utility Big have to play Smoke Molly defense with right now. So that smoke's going to come out. They can smoke into Halls themselves. There's a minute left on the clock. We have 3 more smokes remaining.
Okay. I want to see the intention here, right? So they've drawn the smoke away. They've popped one down towards, okay, top mid control
Front side as well.
Tabson gets to isolate as they run through. They do get the kill, but Sirison now set into motion. Comfortable, doesn't look phased. Spot now from Keto towards Banana. Gonna have to call for some help here potentially. Yeah, it looks like Sirison might be leaning over that side. Still has utility, 30 seconds. Up and over potentially, yeah. But Keto's still up close, biding time, playing very well. That's the bomb. That's the second one dead. Big are happy with this.
I would call a timeout right now if I was Spirit. I'd have a bit of a feeling they need to have a conversation and wake themselves up, because at the rate this game is chugging along, Big are looking to absolutely spank this one away. Toby said they don't think they can get a 16-1 on Nuke again. Maybe they can get a 16-1 on Inferno. As I was mentioning the smoke molly defense there from Big, as soon as the smokes came over the wall, there was a smoke drop quad side and a smoke drop arch, a molly dropped quad side and a molly dropped arch side. And that meant that Spirit with the pistols were running through the flames to try and find any space off of their smokes and flashes, and they couldn't do so. Balance has the AWP, so let's get a little bit excited right now. Look at this, barreling down Banana, Keto. Audacious play.
Are you in the server?
Yeah, at least an opening for Spirit here, as now they're corralling very quickly towards A. Tizian needs to slow this down, needs to find a frag or 2. A multi-kill would be absolutely lovely right now. And there's the first for Tizian pushing forward, traded out by Magix. Pressure's on towards Sirison now, AWP in sight. He's under trouble.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a time nail on this too. He doesn't know how safe that CT outside is. Chopper's gonna just bully on in there, and that's gonna be a bomb plant site. Now 1 over. So first time off the back of that initial pick that we've actually seen something work quite handedly for the T side.
All right, well, an opening pick that felt gifted in a way. There was just unbridled aggression coming through Banana there by Keto, trying to change things up, maybe thinking Spirit we're going to go for a different approach. So you can't blame Big for changing the pace at 7-0, because that's what you'd be expecting your opponent to be doing, right?
Yep.
When the game is going in your fashion so way, this is where it's a little bit like a chess match in the sense of you're trying to predict their moves further ahead. And in this scenario, Big have gone, well, maybe they'll come for a full Banana control, they'll go for a bit of a send off the beginning, and we'll take the fight to them, see if we can catch them off guard. Well, when you get all the way down Banana and there's no smoke and the T's are just standing there like, hello, it's a little bit hard to be converting too much. Keto goes down, round on the board for Spirit, now 7-1. 4 rifles saved on the side of things for Spirit. Didn't have to find too many kills and get too much damage done to their economy. On the other side of things, guns will have to be dropped across for Keto. I think that was Zentaros who dropped him an M4. AWP will come out for Sirison once more. Tizian can purchase him for himself, and we'll get things back underway. The bank balance at a 7-0 and now 7-1 scoreline hasn't swelled out of control for Big because of the damage that Spirit were doing within those earlier rounds. So Spirit's game plan, all it's going to take is for them to break 2 consecutive rounds here, and they are going to be finding Big down to just the pistols.
Good utility damage coming through very early on. That's another nade. Look at that. Mir down to about half-ish. Chopper feeling less than likely. Another nade to follow. Mir again, he must hate this. It's just non-stop. Magic's gonna respect that smoke until he gets a little assistance back. Molly goes towards the top, and here comes the trade out. Utility being used earlier this time by Big, unable to sit on it so late, but unconfirmed damage, keep in mind. They don't know how effective these nades have been. Obviously, we know better. Sirison set into motion ahead of the re-smoke. Magic's gonna find that. Flash comes in.
Feels too easy, doesn't it, alone?
It does. It does feel like
no
just
pressure.
going through the motions.
Yeah, it's like they're just setting up a defense against the B team, right? And they're just...
Okay, try and run it until you break it.
We'll just do CT-sided holds. We know that you're very late round. We'll hold on to as much utility as possible here. They've still got 2 smokes and a couple of flashes left, so Spirit have actually done a better job of rinsing that utility away. But check this out, right? If there's no molly, you've got Tabson sitting there in the pit ready to chop off some heads. If there is a molly, Zentaros to throw a smoke.
Shadow.
Look at it. He can drop the smoke now. That locks them out of Banana until 10 seconds left. They have to go A.
Hold on.
There's 3 players at A. You don't have to worry about arch side.
Can you try and consider a brief summary of how you feel about this game so far? I'd really like, you know, a rush hot take. Once this round's
I don't know.
This round is over.
Yeah, this round's done, Lauren.
So can you give me like a little rush hot take? You know, you got those one-liners.
To me, it feels a little bit flat. I don't know what it's like when you get a nice bottle of whatever your favorite fizzy beverage is, and you shake it a lot, and then it's just flat in the end. You know, we saw a lot of fizz coming out from Spirit early on in the tournament, but yeah, it seems like that fizz is all evaporated, if that is the correct word, and
Do you
we
not
just
commit to it? I'm with you.
Yeah, you like that?
I love that.
All right, there you go.
I feel like I'm almost playing with Rush now on air. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, Lauren.
There's not much Counter-Strike to talk about at the moment.
It's true.
So.
Tweet us in at hashtag ESL Pro League. Let us know how you're watching the playoffs. Let us know what you're up to on this Tuesday, wherever you are around the world. Maybe you're down there in Fiji, or maybe you're over there in...
Let's name a country. Any country.
Patagonia.
Nice. That's a t-shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a place too. So, do you think it was a t-shirt first or a place?
Yeah, for sure. Big brand.
Does the pace change?
But yes, there was an intent. There was a little bit of intent with Chopper there. Playing a little further ahead, but that utility, look at it. Xantares, Sirison, Tizian, almost fully decked out. You know, yet to feel the pressure.
You know why this is wild? Is because normally we see teams using, what, like 3 or 4 Molotovs in Banana in certain rounds when they're going for 4-man B lanes just to lock out the Ts. Right now, Big don't feel any pressure by that whatsoever, that they can hold on to this utility.
Still got his molly, yeah.
And that's what I was talking about before. When the set piece comes in from Spirit, it's the smoke molly defense. Oh, smokes, we see him. Here comes our mollies. Run through our flames, or you have to stall out. 7 seconds right there.
Chopper's been isolated twice by mollies now.
And they've taken back top mid more with that smoke. So now it's like, okay, you took mid. We knew we did damage to you if you wanted to take brackets control. We dropped the smoke. Sure, it was a little bit too early. Now we're playing for information. They're going to play back in towards middle here, Lawrence. The rotation will be able to come in from Tabson very soon. As soon as Sirison clears this corner.
They have got out the utility, though. Mostly. Keto can put down his and now try and get a rotation on. Xantares is going to hear it. Tizian's further ahead, so Young falls. Xantares isolates more and more. Nice work. This is comfy. This is truly comfortable.
All right.
I'm going to check that hashtag.
This is... Well, aren't we on like a massive delay now?
Chat, don't ruin the...
Sorry, everybody. Second tactical timeout being called here from Team Spirit, who are up Struggle Street.
Okay.
We're down Smith's Creek without a paddle. The fact that Tizian had the awareness there to be ready for SDY's circle jump out of apps while also dealing with mid and boiler, that was great stuff. And Xantares getting 2. That second kill on the Chopper was everything, because otherwise I think Tizian probably would have been traded out. But this is it. This is just way too easy right now. If you had a mic in front of the big boys, I'm sure they'd just be laughing. Like, they'd obviously, it's a very serious vibe, for sure. But just
you
how
can't ask for
easy
anything
this
better.
looks. Look at another timeout round in the mix. We've got 4 timeout rounds within the first 9 rounds of play. The only round that Spirit put on the board was where Keto went hyper-aggressive Banana and died first. And I'm not even going to put that. I'm not even going to put it on him. I'm going to say, yeah, fair enough.
Why not?
Yeah.
Throw it in there.
Bro.
Robert has tweeted, no money, no weapons, no problem. For Big, apparently. That was a little while ago, though. That was a couple of minutes ago, so probably a previous round. So again, do get in touch. Maybe I'll read it out on air, if you're funny.
No pressure.
Oh, God, Mir. Again, these isolated plays. So Molly's going to keep back the others for a second or two. Tap some peeks on it.
I think he saw him.
I think he might have seen him enough. Yeah, Xantares is on the way, so it's been red. Look at that flash. Keto just sets it in motion. The smoke comes up. How many players are here now? 3. 3 players already sitting towards B. This is nice again for the CT side. Flash comes in, they're blind. Tabson finds Magics. Balance walks in, gets tagged. I haven't felt a game going this one-sided in a while, but Chopper could have been in a position of power. It doesn't happen.
Absence on for the ace.
He's playing a great game.
Don't have it. Don't.
Xantares.
Bro,
contract cut shorter. It's down a month off the back of that. No, and I really don't want people to think we're not giving big enough credit, because they're playing a beautiful game.
Oh, yeah.
They are really stepping up to go, well, if you're not going to pressure us, look how beautiful our flashes are. Look how good we are at keeping utility. Look at our perfect rotations. They're doing everything right. They are ticking every box.
Yeah, the fact that they don't look under pressure is a symptom of them playing well, and also Team Spirit not putting them under pressure. So we'll take a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, and we'll make a column C of where the bloody hell is this game going, because once again, it's a 10-1 scoreline. We're on to round 12. Bigger running away with this one here, and I mentioned 16-7 was the scoreline when these guys met back in July. looking like they might do better than that this time round. Wild spray, Tizian will get one, traded on out, pressure towards the A side of things. A fluffed molly means Sirison cannot pick. Will get some damage off towards SDY, tickled on up by his own Molotov now, and this is Mir's chance. If he takes down Keto, we have a window. Molly dinked. Wow, okay, good stuff from Mir. I'm not sure if he knows that one's come on through. As guess who has to hide? It's Keto, and there we go. So maybe a round that could be interesting as Zantares, spotting from top mid, will take down Magix, and we find ourselves in a 3-on-3 with 1:08 left. So this one's had some excitement about it. It's been a little bit brawly, but that's come off the back of Big deciding to take fights. They've had to cheat an extra man over towards the B side of things. That's going to leave Zantares with the solo dolo duty over towards Boiler. We'll hear the smoke drop. Let's go X-ray mode if we can, Rush. Lovely stuff. You see how quick that pick came through from SDY, and the site is open. So this one could be a spirit round. It was only the pistol upgrade. It wasn't the rifles coming on in. The loss bonus, it is maxed on out, but it didn't have enough residual cash to go for a full buy. Sirison's quick on this flank.
There we go. Some die young. This is your big danger player here. I disbalance. Playing towards Graveyard. High flash. Sirison does catch I disbalance and Mir enough that they do get close to pit. Now, timing's perfect. That's going to have to be... Okay. It's okay.
It's all good.
It was a second where it got a little scary, but I'd like to give you some updates very briefly.
Oh, thank you.
This is from, I'll read it out first. Hey, Sponge, thanks for asking. We are having a great time in Berlin watching the game. That's coming from an account, I think, called Berlin International Game. It's something like that.
Okay.
So they're having a great day. I'm not sure why.
They're a young fan out there. It's good to see them
big
calling
clan
in.
coming in. A couple people watching in college. Some asking, where are those fakey boys? That's a good question.
The fakey boys are coming up tomorrow. The fakey boys will be in the server tomorrow against Astralis, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But let's get on board with Keto, bringing out the secondary AWP. He's taken a substantial amount of damage there. 40 HP remaining for him, but nades in exchange have put Mir down to 57. I Disbalance has also taken a chunk, and Tizian, well, he's taking a lot more room than that. And all 5 Spirit players corralling themselves up middle. They had an idea. SDY looking on over. Tizian with the first, the second. Can he get more? That's more than enough.
That's beautiful. Everything about that is great. Information, kills. It's all been kind of there. Now, keep in mind, Balance did take a fair whack of damage too. 15 HP isn't a lot, but he does at least keep that utility that he had into play. The molly and the smoke. Back towards Banana he goes. Spirit aren't done just yet. And they'll be going towards Keto. Still posted up quite, you know, unfazed with the AWP. Chilling out towards Emo. He's got his mic cam on. You know, playlist popping. Smoke comes in from Zantares just to buy a little bit more time. Maybe feeling the pressure and ensuring that, hey, that A-hit's kind of died down now. Let's maybe take a second to get some positions back. Zantares said,
here it comes.
yeah, this could be, let's keep your eyes on Disbalance here, because that could be done.
Oh,
Mir, though, joins him in the 15-14% club. It's not pretty. And now Zantares has a much easier time with all of this. Molly's going to come in. Gets ready on the smoke for Keto. But Zantares unfazed by this so far. The T-side haven't fully shown what they're doing just yet, but here we go. 17 seconds, they make the hit. Magix makes it work. Zantares goes down, but Keto knows they're low, but he's in that smoke. He's going to be sprayed on in on. Nice check from Disbalance. This is a really nice site take so far. Considering the HP, they've had to be meticulous and cautious. The retake's still on. Sirison doesn't care. Gonna find another. Magix is still a threat, still sitting relatively healthy on 78 HP in comparison to Mir, who's there to simply buy time. Magix spots the barrel, finds a player. The spray goes in. Mir with a trade. Well played, down to the wire for Spirit.
Yeah, and that was on Magix there, entering into that B side of things. It was a strange one because you could see Keto isolated towards the back of sight in Emo, and he had to drop his own smoke, so that's why he didn't want to face, because they knew his position. But he had the AWP, and he was on lower health. If he, you know, was swinging and baiting for that of Zantares maybe could have gotten a multi-kill on those players coming through pool. But this is how this round started. It was with Tizian getting a multi-frag. It was with him taking a lot of space, and there was a lot of damage done over towards Banana. So big dropping one here in the late stages. Team Spirit, this grindy style, you know, it didn't look super impressive in the early stages, but they're bouncing back now, and they could be on for 5 rounds on this T side. Flash on through, the pistol's out, Mir handling that with ease, and then Banana, same thing, different place. There's just the Zeus on Keto here. Magix, look how passive this is. such a passive line. He can cover everything off from here. You know, if they push all the way through, they can cover across the top of the bridge. If they're pushing exactly how we saw Keto do there, he'll have it all covered. Normally, you see people when they anti-eco, they'll have somebody tucked up closer towards the garden bed and bottom of halls. Magic doesn't want to give away anything, and you'll find the final frag. So if 5 rounds do come on the board here for Spirit, we might have to start changing our tune because that is a serviceable amount of rounds.
It is. We'll see. Again, I think it's very much on Spirit. As Big have shown, very diligent. You know, they're going to be comfy handling this no matter what. Yeah, the last couple of rounds have been definitely pushed. Been excellent to watch. But Spirit need to keep that pace up. Keep a little bit of what's been working. It looks like they can slowly build towards Banana this time. Still plenty of utility on the other side. The UMP with Keto, obviously, but supplemented with all the goodies. A little unfortunate to him. Obviously, having to play towards B with that, but at least he has the util to play with, and it doesn't seem as though that's where the T's want to go. Looks like we are going to be heading over towards the apartments, and it looks quite quick as well. 120 on the board. Xantares blind. Has to look for the close fight. Magix finds him. That's the Magix you want to be seeing. Smoking on the side, though. Siriuson's going to be able to be focused towards that balcony ledge. Tizian backing him up on this side. His balance is still there, though. I don't know how he found Tabson, but he made it work. Chopper catching rotations, and now he can support the others as Sirison is now surrounded. This is a problem. I disbalance. Eyes trained on it. Definitely no position now. I don't think he can stay safe from all 3. Whoa, hold on, hold on. No. All good in the end. 5-10. It was a solid half.
Yeah, and if you want to join the fan cams, head over to esl.gg/fancam to join the fun. We'll be back after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
Chad. We're live into the pistol round.
All right, well, the odds have tipped even more so in the favor. If you want me to talk about the multipliers again, I can.
No.
But we probably should look at Iron Disbalance opening up on towards Tabson. And it was down towards the bottom of Banana. 4-man Beeline, all the pressure on Magix. He's been isolated. They're running. They're barreling forward. Can Magic get anything done here? Sirison says no.
Okay, Chopper's still here, though. Really would have liked something more to come from that, but he can't quite make it count. Nade, smokes, that should be a plant. Yeah, it is. Okay, post plants as well. Interesting spot from Keto. Wait and see how he plays into this. That top mid presence from the CT side will be questioned pretty soon. Xantares on to the case, though. 2 players on the other side to fight initially. The third will eventually show, but it's Keto now creeping up. Oh, Sunday Young's had him. And now it's on to Tizian and Sirison. Tizian in the smoke. Mir, Sunday Young on the other side. You do have I Disbalance coming around on the back, though. Sunday Young doing it all. Looked too easy for him, almost.
This is where the bleak start that Spirit had basically goes out the window. 5 rounds on the half, serviceable. Pistol round, and if they convert off the back of this, Lawrence, they win against the Force Spy. Production, we want to change the predictions back. Change the predictions back. Anyway, sorry, I just had to use talkback then. Yeah, look, if they do convert against the Force Spy of Big, and then they are able to have a nice, clean round number 3 in the second half. At that point, we're almost on even pegging. Look at this buy, though. Deagles.
Who won the first round?
Yeah,
Take a guess.
Always that game, isn't it? And the Galil. So this can be a set piece. This could be an execute off the bat. Yeah, fast Molotovs through. Smoke's being lined up as well. This is like the Mouse Sports execute, but it's a little bit later. The smokes are coming in a second wave, and that is too easy for Mir. Mopping up through the mid-smoke. 1, 2, 3. This Force Spy. What Force Spy?
Ooh.
4 for Mir. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. The Molotovs and smokes were a little bit more, they were coming out much slower. Now, it was this time last year where I started taking notice of that Mouse Sports execute. It was something that Carrigan and co were pulling off on Inferno. It was good to rattle teams on these low buy rounds because of the pace and the quick nature of it. But it looked like there was a couple of fumbled nades from Big there over towards second mid. The smokes were still flying through the skies. They were running up through the mouth of middle here, and Mir postured forward. takes them out with ease. The flashes not really doing too much. Now, this is the round we want to see coming through clean. Deep molly mid. Danger man, Zentaras, once he misses that first bullet, that's all she wrote. The nades are good. And this should be round number 8 on the board for Spirit. Should we make nicknames for other players?
I feel like you're quite the specialist at them, so I don't want to, you know...
When Mir does something big, we can get in the Miracle Man.
Yeah?
I know it's not that great. I'm still working on those things.
Yeah, no, we can flesh it out. I'm sure we can get a little bit more going. 2 kills coming in, rifles retained. So not too bad. Not the worst of them all to walk away from big, but they at least get a good purchase here, which is what we should be waiting on. Oh, T-side orb straight away.
How would you say Zentaras' name backwards? Sarah.
Sarah Tanks.
There it is. All right, first gun round, round number 19, underway.
Someone tweeted Chad to like stop having fun or something, so he gets angry rather than having a good time.
I'm in a good mood today. I had my 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, what a nice time. I had 6. I don't know how. Kept waking up. I think it's just old age. It kicks in.
Nah.
Yeah.
Take some of those. What are they? The things that I'm taking. Where are they?
I'll just read a book.
Total Human. That's the one.
I'll just read a book. It makes me nice and sleepy.
Well, the start of this round might make Spirit a little bit sleepy. It's a slow approach from Big here. They haven't actually invested too much into banana control. It's all 5 members over towards mid and alt mid. Nades an exchange up through the mid smoke. Smoke now towards that arch side. They're going to fight for control here as Zentara's about to lob down a Molotov. This is going to get spicy.
Spicy.
Oh, I thought it was. They smoked and then they didn't go. So I thought they were going to smoke and go. That's normally what you see happening, but they smoked and didn't go. Look how much utility Spirit are holding onto as well.
Just, you know, got their little treasure trove of goodies to depend on. Yeah, they're really not in a hurry to use this, are they? Okay, 45. Another molly comes in.
They still have 2 mollies. They still have 4 HEs.
I don't know where they want to use them, but it's...
What is going on?
I don't know. 35
I wish when I played Counter-Strike, people just didn't push us. Okay, so they've feigned mid-control, but they're sending 3 through halls. And they take this one, Lauren. I'm so confused.
Okay, Mir now. On towards the site. We've got 3 players on the site as well. Mir kind of caught in a weird transition. Tizian doing the turn. No miracles to be happening, at least in this round. 3v3 now. 8 seconds. What is with these very late in the day hits? I mean, this one's...
They didn't even pick up the bomb.
Over. Sarah.
Okay, so like I understand the idea that Big went for there. They were feigning the mid control, right? So by feigning the mid control, normally the eyes from the pit players is going to be towards quad. And then they were going to do 3 individuals bursting out of halls. Like I get the concept. Okay. That's unconfirmed damage, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is the definition of unconfirmed damage. They wouldn't have known how much damage was done. Hey, we get a couple people in the fan cam.
Oh, is that a little
Thank you for joining us.
sandwich? Delicious. Oh. Joe, that's one thing with Germany I was talking to you about this morning. You don't have good sandwich. You got good bread. Like you go to a bakery, you can just get bread.
You should go to Louis' Breakfast Club.
Yeah?
It's really good.
Where is that?
Down the end of Zulpi.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's a good breakfast.
I don't like
spot.
going out at the moment though, because you know the world's getting a bit scary again.
That's true. It is starting to ramp back up.
Yeah, so I did like a shop yesterday and I got a lot of like, you know, protein bars. Like, I don't know, I keep thinking it's going to end up like the zombie apocalypse.
We did end of the world stuff the first time round.
I'm getting ready again. I'm going to get my little space blanket out. Rush, are you ready to escape into the woods?
He's going to play IRL Daisy.
Hey, Rush loves all that. He'll be out there, he'll get his tent, he'll get his all survival gear on, don't you worry. And just about surviving with their money is big. It is a rough purchase.
Yeah, both teams with these super slow approaches on their T sides, and it's a little bit quizzical because that's not how we've been seeing Inferno play out a lot. They're giving each other so much room. Actually, Team Spirit are more aggressive over towards the banana than what we saw from Big within the early stages. Both teams were more than happy to hold on to a truckload of utility until the late moments in these rounds. And because of that, it's stalling out any approach they want to go for. So you can see here, we have Chopper towards top of banana going for some jiggly peaks. Best friends with the jiggly puff. And Mir in the sight. He's about to do the smoke molly to lock them on out if there was any pressure. Chopper has spotted something towards banana. But this is both B players with a smoke, and that's real problematic because with that going down at 55 seconds, it won't be dispersed until roughly 35. Okay, here we go. Where is this going down? Tizian out by himself. He's trying to sell a full fake. It's caused the rotation.
Ooh, Chopper's in a weird spot now. Still close enough by, but he's lost a little bit of that potency he might once have had. Mir still trying to keep those smokes flying in. Able to isolate one. Mir's there, joined him, but there's the quick kills. A little bit of pressure coming through towards A has worked well, but with the bomb plant now going down, 25 seconds remaining. There we go. No problem with that. I disbalance and some die young. If they want to give it a go, it's got to start soon.
This is the kill.
Oh, missed shot there from Sirison.
Oh, he's still posting up.
Wow.
That's some confidence there from Sirison. Taking the fight against I Disbalance, the AWPer on the other side of things. That's a massive frag to find. Sirison with 19 to the name now, I believe. So good stuff there. And, well, round 11 will be on the board for big. I don't know if we're able to get a like a flyover cam or a replay of what the action went down towards Halls there, because it just felt like Tizian, his entry was a lot because you could see it was forcing Chopper away from the B site, found himself in transition over towards CT, but it was just one man. So we obviously were focused over towards the B side of things, hunt to capture all of that action if you only have 2 eyes. But yeah, this is it has been an odd start to the game here, Lauren. And now that we are on round number 21, we need to start seeing a gear shift. Retakes will have to start coming in from the CTs. The Ts can continue to play on this slower style of things if they would like. There's no need to rush it if it's working. I just bounced with the AWP out. 8 kills to his name. Sirison, the big man on the other side of things, 19. Massive nade damage towards top banana there. Okay, so smoke to stall out. There's not as much utility this time around from Spirit to use. You can see they're only left with 3 smokes, 3 HEs, and a handful of flashes. They have a FAMAS and a CZ on the board. So they need their riflers to be finding some multi-kills here. Big now posturing towards the bottom of banana. We'll be using the point man, Sirison, to clear on out with the AWP. Smoke towards the half wall from Spirit was seen to be thrown over the top of the wall. That gives good information that it's most likely clear towards sandbags. They spammed a few bullets, command a little bit of respect, and now head back towards A. Archside smoke coming through. I Disbalance's nade is shallow. Set up for what could be a very clean A hit here.
Here's the flash. Magic's caught in a really bad spot, tries to back away. He does. Okay, so top mid control has been placed with big.
They're going again.
So they feigned the fallback, and they're going to send Tabson in to maybe sell it. Xantares hasn't. Okay. So sticks around. Xantares still keeping presence noted. They have actually gone to B this time. Xantares going to be on towards CTR, just going to make those rotations a little bit more uncomfortable. As Chopper only with a CZ.
Oh, he's been spotted.
He was the odd man out, and you're right. He got spotted. Now Mir left with everything to do. Any damage he can maybe garner. Good nade, good damage. Doesn't get the kill he wants, but he's trying to stay present. He does lose out on that Ruins control, as Tabson can now get his foot in the doorway. You're going to find a belting shot from Mir. Sirison now, though. Right back in on this playing from the back of the site. And they're being proactive and taking some of these peaks. I'd be amazed if the CT side gets back into this. No utility left. This is all just going to be aim duels and hoping someone makes mistakes and they can trade back in. But Xantares doesn't make those mistakes. It's a 2-for-1, and that's enough to surely secure this round.
Yeah, SDY can't do anything. Sirison will take him on down. Now, to go back to the golf analogy I was using a little bit earlier when we were discussing the odds, maybe we could use a golf analogy with how this Counter-Strike feels. It almost feels like what we're seeing in a lot of these fights, they're stepping on up and they're taking a drive, right? They're just teeing off because it's just one kill at a time, and that's all we're watching. We just say, okay, set up and swing. Oh, he sliced it.
Okay.
Oh, he's hit the green.
Oh.
That's all it feels like. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like, to me, that the multi-kills are so few and far between. It took to, what, the last few moments of that round right there to have a multi-kill over towards the coffin side of things. Otherwise, it's very strung out duels. Okay, they push on in, Chopper's boosted up, Chopper's dead. Mir finds one through the smoke, but there's no more fights.
Yeah.
Mir swings, he takes one fight, he wins. Okay.
Is this a product of us watching North American Counter-Strike too much?
Well, yeah, look, don't get me started.
It's true. Sorry.
It's just being very isolated. So Team Spirit are having a difficult time to fight together they're getting pushed and prodded around the map very well by Big, and you could see that by that rotation in the previous round. This is a full eco, so we won't be sending it too hard as the smokes, Molotovs, and flashes come into the B side of things. Tabson leading the charge. Will be helped out there by Zentares. Over towards spawn will be Chopper, and this is what I'm talking about, just isolated again. So another duel, but 1v1 fight. You know, that's all we're seeing right now. 1v1 fights, 1v1 fights. Now, it's not a problem. It just means that the game isn't, you're not going to have Lauren going, and they're going into B, there's 3, he's done it, there's sensational! You're not going to have that because those moments aren't existing.
No.
So what you're getting is color by number Counter-Strike, percentage plays in terms of saves.
This is a Chad game. Is this what
This is a Chad as an analyst game.
I see.
So when you get to the desk, you go, okay, guys, let's take a look here at the key strategy rounds and the clutches that came on into play with the opening frags. If we're going to go in, have a look at my economy graph here, you'll see that the flow of the money has gone up. But in this type of a game, as Chad, the commentator, I want to be banging on the desk and I want, you know, like, but none of that's happening right now. So
good summary though.
Yeah.
What's a Rush game look like? What do you think that would be?
I don't know. Probably he makes some dumb Danger Zone reference, might you, Rush?
What's going on, Mo?
What does your perfect version of a game of Counter-Strike look like for an observer?
Yeah.
Well, the perfect one is they'll rush one CT, and that CT kills all of them every single time. But that's not as fun. I do like aggro teas, to be honest.
Rush will like it, though, when you can just watch the pit player and he'll get like a 4-man spray.
Oh, yeah, I do love that.
Let's see if he likes this one, then.
Here we go. All kills on
player,
Chopper.
All kills on Chopper.
All kills on Chopper.
Oh, dear. all kills on Magis. Here we go.
Here it is. See? Go on, Rush. Have this round.
Well, he's swinging back round again. I think Idis balances on a flash, and he will be throwing it in, allowing the peak to come in. But Keto is already in pool. I don't know what Tizian's planning all the way down here, but he's planning something gruesome, that's for sure. They might fall back to him. It's only SDY. I don't think he's going to be ready for this peak so fast, but he is. Needs to get back onto the site here, really to lay some time. Only has a flash to work with, so it's going to be alone. 3 players on the B side, but he's heard it. Call the rotate. Oh, he ducks above, but doesn't get the frag. And look at the CTs, they're all running in a pack. But Searson, he's got the AWP. He's going to be my action man for this round. I think he's going to absolutely rip them apart if they do go towards a long position or the short position, actually. Because that
Mir has a molly for his position.
He's got a molly for the position, though, so this could be huge. Mir, he's on the wrong side, though. Molly goes down over here, though, but the molly from Searson also nearly goes out. Now the molly's going out. Molly. And now they kind of isolated the side. This could mean Keto gets picked off here above the smoke, but Searson does see him, and I told you he's the player to watch here as Idis balance. Probably not going to get much done, but that's a big kill. I'm still giving it to Searson. X-ray off. It's going to be a no-scope or a quick-scope. Well played by Searson, to be honest.
24 frags.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Lovely stuff, Rush.
I think Rush didn't like that round until the end.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a rough one we gave him there.
The action,
it was tough, but
the
it's
action
good.
doesn't build until the end. That's the unfortunate truth of the moment.
You're right. And why did Rush just get the only play-by-play clip so far?
The whole,
I'm a little salty. I'm a little salty.
Clip.
But nicely done though, Rush. You know, a little bit more of a ramp up. You know, full commit, full
Is there
send.
space up on the desk over there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Look, if you want to come and join us at any point, you're always welcome. If we could get your, you know, I don't know what it takes, a keyboard, you know, you're welcome to observe up here.
Yeah, just a keyboard. I don't even need all the keyboard, just some of it.
No. Okay, timeout was cool. It is already all but over, but the money, that's a horrible scenario, isn't it, for Old Spirit?
Yeah, they're in the hole. And not the golfing.
A lot of golf references
we were going with there before. This one is a pit of despair, maybe, because this is their map choice. And we'll make sure to remind everybody here, as you are joining us for Season 12 European Playoffs, it's a double elimination bracket. So if Spirit lose this, they will have another chance to fight through the lower bracket. But there's a couple of reasons as to why you want to go for as long as you can. In the upper bracket, it's a best-of-5 grand final. If you get there through the upper bracket, you'll have a 1 life, which translates to a 1 map advantage. Also, if you do have to go through the lower bracket and you want to make it to that grand final on the Saturday, you may have to play 2 best-of-3s back-to-back. So lots of Counter-Strike to be played this week. This isn't the style in which I'm sure Spirit wanted to kick things off, but Big, the German fans, they're going to be loving it.
Let's see how clean Big keep this. Let's play the game of, do they lose anyone? Do we believe they lose a player?
Yes.
Yeah?
They'll most likely lose 2 to 3 players this round.
2 to 3,
because we've seen Magic's up here before.
It's a stack, so it makes sense. If they keep going this way, yeah.
The problem is, Big have been like limping up mid with only one individual just for information, so there might not be trade potential. There's the first. Mir's done a great job. It's going to bait Zentaros forward, thinking better of this.
There's the 2 players lost. Suddenly it's looking a little bit scarier. Okay, Chopper's still here. CZ. Hearing all the steps, going to get all the information playing through the smoke. Peekaboo, say goodbye. That's great work done. Yes, he loses his life, but he's bought a couple of seconds. Bomb now has to be picked up, 25 seconds. Sirsen's in all kinds of trouble. Banking on his buddy to keep him alive, and Keto's done just that. Takes down Idis Balance, and now it's just shooting fish in a barrel, but these barrel have, you know, maybe a little bit of bite to them, maybe a little bit of teeth going on there. Sirsen now looks towards Coffins, puts Sundai Young in it. Magic's and Mir playing this back in. Oh, the rifles. Okay, this gets a bit more juicy. You don't really expect the AWP here, though, do you?
I think, did Mir catch a glimpse of him?
If he saw him, but he's definitely cognizant that someone could be there, but maybe just an inkling, but it wasn't fully checked on and committed, and you're bang on, 2 to 3 players.
Can we grab the scoreboard now, Rush? Is that possible? We're going into some highlights. I know that you control production back there.
Yeah, but take it, MC, roll it up, pull it up.
So look at this. It kicked off with 4 straight rounds, 4 Spirit in the second half, and that's where we started going, oh, this could be competitive. But that slower approach from Big, it actually cracked that nut quicker. And look at Sirsen, 27 kills to his name. The AWP player getting massive work done. And this might be the final round of play, 15 to 9. AWP will be out for Idis Balance. Only 1 defuse kit in play on the back of Magic's. Utility is decent. They've mounted the 3-man defense over towards the top of Banana. Now, we knew Group B was the group of death. That's where Spirit came through. Group A, we were like, it's a little bit lighter in the field, but Big are showing why they were the top dog towards the tail end of the player break. Well, the start of the player break, the tail end of the first season. Had that #1 spot tied on up, and they're looking good.
Like this, quick hit. Good commitment to it. Sirsen already clearing out towards the arch side. Mir's made it towards library though. Did he see? Maybe saw a leg. I don't know. X-ray can be a cruel mistress, but Sirsen looking to, you know, get some nice accusations thrown his way. If he hit that one on Chopper, that would be a bit of a moment. But a 4v3. He lost a player down towards that pit side.
They're just isolating fights, Lauren.
Every time.
All this game's been.
Yeah, there is no, as you said, very few multi-frags. Another trade comes out, but obviously numbers very favorable towards the T side. Now, Idis Balance having to hold on to this 15 to 9. This would be the winning moment for Big, at least in map 1, but Idis Balance is really quick. He is looking sharp today. 2 kills already posted by his name. Zentaros, though, that peak is so deadly. The molly comes in. Idis Balance is on 1 HP, and it's not enough. 16 to 9. Big grind them down, and Spirit not looking so awake yet today.